It doesn't matter if you're running a huge hospital or a local corner store, every business these days is sitting on a mountain of data. But here's the catch, right? All that data, it doesn't just hand you the answers. A lot of the time, it just leads to more questions. So today, we're going to look at how you can turn that messy mountain of information into a real gold mine of insights.
So, does this feel familiar? I'm talking about that sinking feeling. You've got data pouring in from all over the place, and then your boss asks a simple question like, "Hey, how'd we do last month?" And boom, suddenly you're on this frantic hour-long scavenger hunt, digging through endless spreadsheets and reports. If that sounds like your typical Tuesday, trust me, you are not alone.
And this is the reason why. Your information is just not in one place. Think about a hospital for a second. You've got patient records in one system, billing in a completely different one, and then staff schedules are just living on some random spreadsheet. It's a digital mess. And that, right there, is the core problem we're talking about today. The data is just scattered. Okay, let's think about it like this. It's like you're trying to build a jigsaw puzzle, but the pieces are from 10 different boxes, all mixed together. You know all the pieces are there to show you the full picture of your business, but you can't see the connections, you can't spot the trends, and you definitely can't make smart decisions based on a jumbled mess. It's all just noise.
But what if we could change that? What if we could actually sort through that mess and start putting the right pieces together? Well, that's exactly what this is all about, creating one single view. So, the magic that makes this happen is a process called data integration. Now, I know that sounds like a fancy technical term, but the idea behind it is actually super simple and really powerful. It's just about taking all that scattered information from all those different systems and bringing it together into one central spot. And this is the result. This is what it all leads to. A single dashboard that basically becomes your mission control. Seriously, just imagine it for a second. No more juggling 10 different browser tabs and trying to make sense of 3 separate spreadsheets. Just one screen, all your most important info right there at your fingertips, ready for you to dive in. Okay, so what can you actually do with something like this? I mean, a pretty dashboard is nice to look at, sure, but its real power, its real magic, is in answering your most critical business questions and doing it instantly. Let's walk through a few examples of what I mean. All right, let's start with a really basic top-level question. Before, to answer this, you probably would have had to pull a report, add up a bunch of columns, you know the drill. But with a dashboard like this, the answer's just right there. Boom. Over 7,000 patients registered this year. 871 walk-ins this month alone. It's clear, it's immediate, and there's zero hassle. You can literally see the health of your business in a single glance. Okay, cool. Let's drill down a bit. If you're a manager with multiple locations, this is a question you're asking constantly. Who's leading the pack, and who might need a little extra support? And what's so great about this is how visual the answer is. You honestly don't even need to read the numbers. Your eyes are immediately drawn to that big blue slice of the pie chart, and it tells you everything. The arm branch is the clear standout, bringing in almost a third of all the walk-ins. That's a huge insight, right? Now you know which team you can learn from and which ones might need a helping hand. So knowing who's performing well right now is great, but what about momentum? Are we actually growing month over month? Are we trending in the right direction? This is all about looking for patterns over time. And check this out. On a trend line like this, we can see the performance of every single branch all year long. And hey, look at that blue line for the arm branch again. See that huge spike in November? Over 1,500 walk-ins. This is so powerful because it doesn't just answer if we're growing. It makes you ask the next, much more important question. What on earth did we do at ARM in November that worked so well? Of course, business isn't just about what happens inside your own 4 walls, right? You also need to know who your most valuable partners are, which labs, which referring doctors, who's sending the most business your way. And this is where a great dashboard really shines, because it gives you options. So on the one hand, you could have this super detailed kind of beautiful chart that traces the entire path of a referral. But what if you just need the bottom line? Well, this simple bar chart on the right tells you instantly, one partner drove over $30,000 in billings. Just like that, you know exactly who your most valuable relationships are with. So this whole process, from beginning to end, is really about one thing: turning insight into action. We've seen how you can go from this chaotic mess of data to really clear, simple visuals. So now let's wrap up by talking about what this all really means for your business. This quote here really just nails it. The value isn't hiding in the raw data itself. The real value, the story, only comes out after you've taken the time to clean it up, standardize it, and bring it all together. That's when your data can finally start talking to you.
Ultimately, getting this 360-degree view is, well, it's kind of like giving your business a superpower. All of a sudden, you can see the big picture of what your patients are doing. You can zoom right in on branch performance, just like we saw. You can pinpoint your star employees and figure out which partners are bringing in the most value. And it all leads to one place, making smarter, faster decisions that are actually backed by data. So, I'll leave you with this one final thought. Think about your own job, your own business. If you could wave a magic wand and have all your data perfectly organized, all in one place, what is the very first question you would ask it?